everybody, it's Tammy from White Pine Health, and in this video I am sharing one of our Instagram live sessions with you guys. We are going to be focusing on an overall body stretch including neck, upper back, lower back, and then we are going to end it with some core exercises, and the goal of this routine is to try to be mindful of your movements today. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Find a comfortable position, either sitting down or lying down, and we are going to start with our breath. Maybe today we'll start with doing 6 breaths instead of 4. I will count the first one. The next 4, I really want you guys to tap into that breath. See if you can start moving your diaphragm and not your chest so much, okay? So maybe it's easier if you're doing this lying down. Put your hands on your belly, and for a count of 4, go ahead, take an inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. The next 5 you do by yourself. Just try to make it audible. Perfect, everyone. I hope you got your 5 breaths in, and then just tap back into your thought. Did you think that was boring? And if you did, how can you change that, right? How can we make our brain understand that the breath is so important, and then now try to hold on to that for the rest of the day, maybe even, right? So go ahead, put one hand on the floor, and let's stretch our neck to the other side. I will do a whole body stretches, okay? So we'll do a little bit of everything today. Now your other hand, either bring it behind you, behind your back, and really drop your left shoulder down, or right shoulder, whatever side you're moving away from. And I hope you guys are doing the same breath for all of these, okay? Then turn your head. So you're bringing your nose towards your armpit. And tap back into your breath, you guys. And back into your body. See where you feel that. And if you cannot be frustrated with your neck for being tight, right? See if you can smile at it and be like, I'm sorry that you're feeling like this. Now bring this hand down and look up towards the opposite side. So you're still in a side bend, but you're bringing your head to the opposite side. And come back to center. We'll do the same on the other side. So have one hand on the floor. Tilt your neck to the opposite side. This hand is providing a little bit of overpressure, right? Just a tad. And again, your other hand, either bring it behind you or on the floor, wherever you feel more beneficial for your body. And And see if this side is tighter than the other side. And then tap back into your breath, you guys. Don't lose it. Make it audible so you know it's there, right? Now rotate your head and bring your nose towards your armpit and gently pull your head down. And slowly come back to center. Now let's look up at the other side. And tap back into your breath. I know that can be like weird when you're around other people, but hopefully you don't have a lot of people around you, so make that audible noise. It helps you hold on to your breath. Let's slowly come back up. Let's roll our shoulders a couple of times, see how that feels. Great. Then put your hand on the floor and we're going to stretch our upper back. So you're bringing your arm overhead. Now check in with your body. Is your shoulder up? Drop it back down. Check in with your hips. Did your hip come up? Bring it back down. Ground it to the floor, right? Remember what Natasha taught us yesterday. She's like, the floor is gravity, right? Melt into that floor with the parts of your body that are touching the floor. With your other hand, create that movement. Open up your chest. Now see how that feels with our breath, right? Do you feel like now maybe your breath is moving more towards the side you're stretching? Is it harder? Are you feeling an intense, overwhelming stretch? If you are, take a breath in and try to rotate your body up. Look at the ceiling and try to accept that, right? Accept this might be overwhelming, right? That's okay, because we have our breath and we're gonna get through it. And slowly come back up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Mindful movements, right? Now put your hand on the floor. We're going to do it on the other side, okay? Bring your arm up and slowly overhead. So I don't want to see this, you guys. This is not what we're looking for. We want to open up our chest, right? Let's try to bring more oxygen to our body. Make sure your hip bones are glued to the floor. Your hand is nice and melting into the floor. And then try to open up. Look at the ceiling. Tap back into your breath. Make sure when you're doing this that you're really filling up your lungs. You feel like your rib cage is actually expanding. You're stretching those little tiny muscles. And this is what happens if you bring your arm a little bit higher. Do you feel a stretch in your core or your lower back? And rotate up, look at the ceiling. And let's come all the way up. Slow movements, right? Great. We're going to move to the floor. So if you guys want to use your belt for this, it's totally fine. Okay, let's lie all the way back down. Bend your knees and let's just go side to side first, okay? Let's see where our body is in space. Great. Now, go ahead. We're trying something cool, okay? Which we learned yesterday. So usually I ask you guys to bring one knee over the other and drop it to the opposite side so you feel a nice stretch, right? So today we are going to try it to the reverse side, right? So if your right knee is over your left knee, drop both knees to the right side of the room, but don't go all the way. Take it in slowly. Your knees might not even touch the ground, right? And try to let the heaviness of your right leg bring your body towards the right side. But you don't want your hips to go off the floor too much. You should be feeling a nice stretch now on the left leg. And now from here, we want to bring our knees back up. But don't use your legs. Try to use your core and your back muscles. Close your eyes
take a breath in, try to activate these muscles, and slowly, gently use your back muscle, use your core to bring your legs up. So you have to be super mindful. And this feels like a really hard core workout actually. I mean, you guys, if you didn't watch the live yesterday with Natasha, you really need to. And you also need to go and see, she has a lot of stuff online that you guys can, take her classes. And I mean, I want to take her classes. I feel like there's so much I need to learn. Let's try it on the other side now. Bring your left knee over your right knee. Drop both legs towards the left side of the room. So if you're watching me on your phone, it's going to be reverse of what I'm telling you, right? Just listen to my cues, and now let gravity bring your legs to the left side of the room. And see how that feels now, if this side is different than the other side, right? This is definitely opposite of what we do every day. Okay. And go as far as you can where you feel that nice, it's not so much just a muscle stretch, it's like a fascial stretch, right? It feels like I feel it all the way up to my right hip, my right core area. Now coming back up is going to be a challenge because we're not going to use our legs, right? You're going to use your core and your upper back muscles. Tighten up your back muscle. Really try to squeeze your abdomen and slowly, gently bring your legs up without actually using your legs for this movement, right? So this is such a mindful movement. I feel like my core is like shaking when I do this. Great. Nice, you guys. Bring both of your knees, put your feet on the floor and then gently go side to side. See how that feels, right? Okay, then we are going to move into our piriformis stretch. Take one ankle, put it over your knee. Bring both of your knees up, interlock your fingers behind your hamstring, push that knee up towards your chest, and with your elbow, push your opposite knee away from your body. And then see where you are, right? Go side to side. Again, mindfully, we're not doing a jerky movement. And make sure your shoulder blades are glued to the floor, right? It should be effortless, really. If we are relaxing our neck muscles and our upper back muscles, we should be able to just melt into the floor. Check in with your lower back. Are you arching your back? Don't. Let it fall on the mat. And now, just focus on your arms and your legs, right? Use your bicep. Bring your leg a little bit closer to your chest. And with your elbow, push the other knee away from your body. And slowly go side to side again. How great does that feel? I mean, even if you're frustrated with the stretch, which I am right now because I'm having a lot of pain, I'm just going to see if I can smile at it and not let it get to me. And maybe even go a little bit deeper. Maybe somewhere you think your body cannot go. Let's put it there. Good. And slowly let go. Switch your sides. Again, stay where you are. We've gone through these almost every day, so I know now you don't have to do this exercise. Interlock your fingers behind your knee. Slowly bring your knee in as you push your other knee away from your body using your elbow. Again, go side to side. Now, I want you to think about this pose. I know for a lot of us, we might dread this. We might hate the fact that I'm making you do it every day. And then see if you can open up some space in your mind so you don't hate it as much. Right? It's that uncomfortable position that maybe sometimes we're in.
And maybe instead of fighting it to get out of it or looking at the clock to see when I'm going to stop this stretch, maybe try to accept it, you know, and see where your body is at. If you can actually go a little bit deeper into something you absolutely don't like, right? And then slowly let it go. Bring both of your legs down. Go side to side, see how your back feels. See if doing this slowly today and being mindful of it and maybe accepting of it was easier, right? Than being angry about it. Great, you guys. Now we are going to do some extension exercises for our upper and lower back. Okay. So we are going to lie on our belly, okay? I want you to have your hands, you can stack them and put your forehead right on top. And then move your hips side to side. See how that feels? Try to relax your glutes. And we are going to do some extension movements, okay? So the first one is, if you want, you can just prop on your elbows, okay? And try to feel that stretch in your lower back and then go side to side. And try to relax your belly. If this is causing sharp shooting pain going down your hips, go into child's pose. But if you're just feeling a lot of intense pressure in your lower back while doing this, it's okay. Just stay there. Now, if this is okay for you, we are going to press up into our hands, okay? So plant your hands on the floor, gently push up, roll your shoulders back, look forward, and relax that belly. You can be mindful, you guys. See where your body's at. And remember what Natasha taught us, you know, our floor is our safe spot, right? We can really ground our body into it without being scared of it, I guess, right? So make sure your legs are like fully on the mat and go back down. And when you go back down, just try to relax again. Let go of that tension you feel in your lower back. And we are going to do 10 of these where we push up, and then from there we move into child's pose. So watch me 1 second and then we'll do it together, but you do it slowly at your own pace. So you push up into extension. From there, we're going to go back into child's pose, okay? So with an inhale, go forward, push up into that stretch. With an exhale, go back into child's pose. So that's 2. We're going to do 8 more, and you're going to do it at your own pace with your own breath, and then we'll meet back at child's pose, okay? Are you mindful of this movement, or you're just trying to get to 10 and finish it off, right? No, you want to tap back into your breath. Now you guys, make sure when you come forward that you actually squeeze your shoulder blades back, look up, shoulders are not near your ears, and your glute is super relaxed throughout this whole thing. Let's do 2 more. I mean 2 more for me. I don't know how many you guys have done. Perfect, and let's stay in child's pose. So even for myself, this tends to be very challenging because I'm usually not as mindful as I should be when I'm doing these movements, right? So some of those I did really fast and I shouldn't have. But it's okay, I'm not gonna be hard on myself because it's practice, right? We're practicing. It's not a competition. And I feel like, let's turn to the opposite side. Bring your arm right through.
And I feel like a lot of times we're just competing with ourselves, which is even worse than competing with like other people, right? Because it can be so consuming. And I think from everybody through the past 6 weeks, I've learned to, you know, it's not going to be easy to change those patterns. Good, let's turn to the opposite side. Okay guys, and come back to center. Now, for our core exercises, if you guys want to set out the core exercises, I want you to go into doing hamstring stretches, okay? The one where you go forward, then you turn and rotate, or you can do like a rotation exercise, okay? Just rotating. We've done these before, so I trust you guys know how to do it. But if you want to do the core stuff with me, we are going to take it super slow, okay? And mindful. So I want you to actually think about your belly, right? This muscle, there are gazillion muscles here, but let's think about them sitting vertically. And what we want to do is squeeze them in. So as you do these exercises, I want you to feel like, you know, you're bringing your chest towards your hips almost, okay? So let's start with, let's just first wake up our core muscles. We're just gonna do a couple of pelvic tilts, okay? So take your hands, put it on your pelvis, push your back into the mat, hold it for 5 seconds and relax. Let's do 3, 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you guys breathing? Is it audible? And are you holding on to your intention? Okay, let's do 2 more. 1 more. Perfect. Good. Now, we are going to do what we did at the beginning of the week, which was trying to sit up without using momentum. Now, you don't have to come all the way up, you guys. You only go as far as you can. If you can get higher, you hold that position. It's just as challenging, right? Your knees are either straight or bent. Bring your arms back. As you inhale, slowly lift with your head first, then 1 vertebrae at a time, and try to come all the way up. Now, I'm not going forward, right? I personally hate sit-ups because I feel like it's so much momentum that we're using and it can cause a lot of injury, right? So this is a great way to start doing something like that, but with control. So again, squeeze your shoulder blades back, arms up, and use your core. If you want to not start from the ground and start from sitting, you can do that too. You only go as far as you feel like you can maintain that activity in your core and come all the way down. And when you're down, like I want to just drop my head down, but I'm going to try and challenge myself today to do it slower, right? Again, chin to chest, and this is the hardest part for me. And slowly we go back down. So I'm even curving my back from here, trying to really squeeze my tummy. And this is where I tend to lose it, so I'm going to try to take it slower. Oh, that was a killer. And that's, I don't know, is that 3rd one? So definitely using your breath here can be so helpful. That part where you feel like, oh, I'm gonna be stuck, that's where you use your breath, you use your exhale. Oh man, let's do 2 more, you guys. We got this. Really activate that core. Don't reach forward, okay? Reach up as you squeeze that belly in. And where you feel like this is my break point, this is where I'm gonna drop. See if you can challenge yourself, hold it a little bit longer. Oh man. Okay, last one for me. If you guys wanna do more, you're more than welcome to. But I feel like I'm losing my form. Great. Nice, okay. All right, now we are going to finish off with doing almost like an isometric core strengthening, which is not a lot of movement, just a lot of squeezing. So have your knees bent, put your hands on the floor, roll your shoulders back so your shoulders are glued to the floor. And all I want you to do is first tilt that tummy in so your lower back is glued to the floor. Then we are going to try to squeeze our belly down. So you're trying to bring your rib cage towards your hips, right? Really squeeze and lift your head up. And let's hold it here. If you want, you can bring your hands behind your head. And squeeze a little bit harder, you guys. Squeeze like you're really bringing your chest down. Do you feel that burn? And drop it all the way down, but slowly, right? And try to let go of that muscle. Arch your back a little, see how that feels. Do you feel the burn? Who would think that you would feel it just with that, right? I mean, definitely I didn't till yesterday. Okay. And we are going to try that one more time, okay? So again, bring your hands right behind your head. No, the hands are not really holding my head up, okay? They're just there to kind of give me a lift. I hope you guys enjoyed the workout session. As always, if you have any questions, please leave a comment for me. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.